The sauna wasn't part of her plan that evening. It was a last-minute decision after a long day, the kind you make hoping heat will quiet your thoughts. The room was warm and dim, wood panels darkened by years of steam, the air heavy but calming. She chose a spot near the corner, wrapped in a towel, eyes closed, letting the heat do its work. He entered quietly, nodding and greeting the way people do in places where words feel unnecessary. He sat a respectful distance away, poured water over the stones, and the steam rose slowly, softening the edges of everything. For a few minutes, there was only breathing and the low crackle of heat. The kind of silence that isn't awkward, just shared. When she finally spoke, it was about the temperature. Too hot or just right? He smiled and said it depended on the day. That small answer opened the door to conversation. Not deep at first, how often they came here, how the sauna felt like a reset button after busy weeks. Their voices stayed low, matching the space. The steam made everything feel slower, more honest. They talked about work without details, about how people forget to rest properly, about why quiet places feel rare now. She noticed how attentive he was, how he listened without interrupting, how pauses weren't rushed. He noticed how comfortable she seemed in stillness, how she didn't fill silence just to avoid it. The heat blurred time. Minutes stretched. Eventually, the steam became too much. They stepped out into the cooler air at the same time, laughing softly at the contrast. Sitting on the bench outside, wrapped in towels, they continued talking, this time easier, lighter. Names were exchanged. The world outside the sauna felt louder by comparison, less contained. When they finally left, there was no dramatic moment. Just an unspoken understanding that this meeting hadn't been random. Not destiny, just timing. They exchanged numbers with the same calm energy the sauna had given them. No pressure. No expectations. Later, she realized what made it special wasn't the place itself, but how the environment stripped everything down. No distractions. No performance. Just two people meeting in warmth and quiet, letting conversation unfold naturally. Sometimes, connection doesn't arrive with sparks or noise. Sometimes, it arrives slowly, through steam, shared silence, and the comfort of being fully present. They didn't message each other right away. The calm of that evening lingered, and neither wanted to rush it into something noisy. 2 days later, he sent a simple message asking if she was going to the sauna again that week. She replied with a time, adding a small smile emoji, nothing more. It felt natural, like continuing a conversation that had never really ended. When they met again, the familiarity was immediate. The same quiet nod, the same shared understanding of space. This time, conversation came easier, warmer, as if the steam itself remembered them. They talked about routines, about how rare it felt to slow down without feeling guilty. He admitted he came to the sauna to escape constant expectations. She said it was the one place she didn't feel the need to be productive. The honesty felt effortless. Afterward, they stayed longer outside, wrapped in towels, letting cool air settle on warm skin. Laughter came more freely now. They talked about ordinary things, favorite places to walk, music that felt better late at night, how some connections don't need explanation. When they finally got dressed, neither rushed to leave. The evening stretched gently, unforced. They started meeting regularly after that. Sometimes in the sauna, sometimes for tea afterward. The relationship grew the same way it had started, to slow, comfortable, respectful. No pressure to define it, no need to impress. They learned to read each other's moods in small ways, to appreciate silence as much as conversation. What surprised them most was how grounding the connection felt. In a world that pushed speed and performance, they had met in a place designed for release. Heat, stillness, presence. The sauna didn't create their connection. It revealed it. And every time steam rose around them again, they were reminded that some of the strongest beginnings happen quietly, when nothing is hidden and nothing is rushed.